Fancy. Okay, so you're gonna take the numbers that the coefficients and you're gonna put them down in a row. I can't 100% explain exactly how it works, but I can explain how to do. So essentially, you take your coefficients and write them down in the order that you see them on the paper. Did I miss anybody? Want to give us? I thought I left you one. Oh, you just have to sharpen. Okay. Everybody else got one? Did I miss anybody? All right. If they come in, I'll have them just for sake of consistency. All right. So then you take the opposite of whatever the number is over here, and you put it out here. There is a way that's more mathematical to do these problems, but it's actually like really hard and scary and gross, and I don't like it. So we're just going to do this. I like the easy. Is that okay? We just get the easy way. And then if you want to see the more difficult way, that is okay for some people, but most people like E. The 3, the 2, the P, you don't have to worry about the P. So we're just focusing on the coefficients and the constant. So you're just going to take these numbers, you're going to plop them down, and you're going to take the opposite of this one and put it there. I realized I probably should have started a formula sheet, but the stuff we've learned so far is just factoring. So I'm not really sure how to do a formula sheet on factoring. But I could do a little formula for this if it would help you guys. I think you're going to be fine though, because we've cut the quizzes down a lot and made them a lot smaller. Do you guys like that better, that they're a little bit shorter? I mean, you're going to take a quiz more often, but they're shorter, which is nice. Okay, so what you do is you take the first number and you drop it down. I need a different pen. You drop it down. You put your 3 here. This is going to be really fun and really easy. Trust me, you're going to love it. Nope. And no electricity for that. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it just works. It's like an old school Etch-a-Sketch kind of thing, but a new age. Yeah, like it's like little particles. It's probably magnetic. It only works with that pen. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, don't use a regular like pen on it, Oh, yeah, you're right. Because if you put your fist on it. Okay, I digress. I gotta keep going for this because I'm recording it. And I'm doing the paper. It's up by the purple tray. Yeah, go for it. Ask away. So you take these numbers right here, 3, 16, 19, 12, you put them down, and then you take the opposite of this number and put it there. I know, I don't know where they get the stuff, but it works. The rest is really, 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 really easy, okay? So you're gonna take your -2, and you're gonna multiply it by your 3 over here. So what is -2 times 3? Good. So you're going to put your answer underneath the 16. So it's going to be like this times this is this. Then you're going to do 16 minus 6 and see what you get and put it right there. And then you're just going to repeat it again, again, and again.
Hold on, what?
I'm going to hold on. You're good. So you know where these numbers came from?
It came from
From the top. Okay. What's the opposite of 2? -2. So 3 times -2, or sorry, drop the 3 down. -2 times 3 is -6.
So why did you put it under the 16?
I'm being 100% real. There is a harder way to do this that is more mathematical, but this is way easier. I don't know how it works. To be 100% real.
You're honest about it.
I am pretty honest about it. I'll show you the other way. If you like it better, we can stick with it, but it's harder. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep, we're gonna keep going with how Ashlyn did hers. So all you gotta do is multiply and add or subtract. So what's 16 minus 6? 10, okay, and then you just repeat. So you go back to the multiplying and put it there. Yeah, I'll show you both ways and you can pick which way you like best. So -2 times 10, I'm gonna put that right here. What do you think you gotta do next? Yep, you got it. It's just subtraction and multiplication, subtraction, multiplication. Yep, you got it. And then -2,
Be -10.
how'd you get that?
You do -2 times -1 equals +2, -12 plus 2 equals -10.
All right.
No.
When you go to write your final answer, because you're dividing this big expression by this, stick with me, guys. I know for some of you guys, you're like, okay, got it. But you got to write the final answer correctly in order for it to fully count. So
-2 times -10 is +20.
isn't that a positive 10? Pretty sure it's
On
positive.
the end, that negative.
Oh, you're saying multiply at the end? Once you get this answer, you got your numbers. So you don't have to go any further. Because there's no other number over here. Anybody get stuck on how we got the numbers? A little bit. Okay, so you drop the 3 down and then you do this times this is this. You get the answer. You do this times this is this. You get the answer. This times this is this. You get the answer. There is another way to do it, but I'd rather stick with this way for a little bit, and then you guys can tell me if you want to see the other way. Maybe you just got more of a mathematician type brain like me, and you want to see the other way. Long division is the other way to do it. And if you remember long division from 5th grade, it's a little crazy. So, but I think this way is a little bit easier. Miss Josie said just stick with synthetic. It's probably gonna be a little easier for you guys. So we'll stick with it. And if it really don't make sense, I'll show you the other way. All right, so we gotta write our final answer. So the way you do it is you look at your first power. So what's your first power of P? Guys, stick with me. You're doing good. You're doing really well. Just stick with me. I know 2 period classes are hard for you. What is the exponent of P up here? Yeah, and since you're dividing by P1, your very first power, so you're gonna add in your variables at the end. So it's 1 less than whatever this bad boy is. So you're gonna have 3P squared. And then what is the next lowest power of P? P squared and then P, just P or P1. Yep, I didn't mean to hit that.
I did it. I figured it out.
And then you don't have a P.
Do you have to put it over P since there isn't a P?
This is part of your answer right here. If there isn't a P, you just leave it a constant.
But for that 10.
This is your remainder. That means that this doesn't fully divide by this. You just got to kind of trust them so you don't have to do any extra work. This is your remainder. So for your remainder, you put the -10 over whatever you divided by. You can put a little R there, but you don't have to. That just symbolizes it's the remainder. I'll write it out for you, the word remainder. The good news is, if you do it this way, every single problem is pretty much the same thing.
Listen, all right, we get a new paper. I got water all over mine.
Sure, yeah, there's plenty of extra. You don't have to. You can put like a comma if that helps you keep it separate. Oh, you mean right here? Yeah, you should put a plus sign there to make it look prettier.
That's why I did the last one.
Make it so it's not timed.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, guys, I want to make sure that we know how to do ones that have, multiple letters and stuff. Is there any that skip a letter? Hold up. I gotta look at the back real quick. Of course, I put one on the back, but not the front. All right, we're gonna do a couple more and then I'm gonna go to the back and I'm gonna make sure you know how to do number 1 on the back.
When we put in between the three, is it just gonna be a plus sign in between the 3p squared and the 10p? Yeah. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but
I don't, I'm sorry. I only have healthy snacks.
Wait, you got healthy snacks, bro?
Yeah, but I don't usually give away my snacks. And people put their hands in there and then they say they're nasty and then it goes to waste. So I don't usually, and I'm pregnant. So my snacks are way too, I don't think you guys will like them.
Ooh, what do you have?
Yeah.
What do you like when for your normal snack?
If we get through this worksheet, I will showcase my snacks for you. And then
Bet.
I will put a couple on a napkin
Bet.
and you can decide if you like it. How's that sound?
Bet. Let's
All
go.
right, because if you like it, that's fine, but I just don't like people like sticking their hands in my bags, especially during like COVID times, and then they don't like it, and then I'm like, great, I have to throw that whole thing of Cheez-Its away because somebody else's hand was in there. It doesn't matter who it is, it's just how it is for me. Yeah, just the thing. But
Alright, now you can put that.
let's do 3 and 5, and then let's do number 1 in the back, and then you guys can just practice. And somebody said they might want to play a game over these topics, maybe find one. As long as we get done with 3 and 5, and then we do either odds or evens on the back, we can find something to play. Okay. Sure, of course. Here, do you want me to set it up for you and then you can just try it on there or? Okay. So bless you. So let's have Michael out with the setup and he can come up and solve it. What do you guys think you would put if there's no number here? 1. Good. So we got a 1. 1. What else we got? Correct. And what do you think we got to put out here? Mhm. So we take the opposite. All right. Michael, you can come up and try it if you want. And you guys are generally pretty good, but I'm supposed to remind you guys, I said on the announcement slide is, especially like you'll notice like when I'm teaching and stuff, I take my thing off, but when Michael's up here, I'm being respectful and put on. If you're not actively eating or drinking, we gotta have these on, because when Miss Danielle does my observation or Mr. Garrett pops in, all that kind of stuff, we need to make sure we're wearing them to do our part. But if you're eating or something, if you're eating for 3 hours,
I'm gonna eat for 3
then
hours.
that's a little different. So I do appreciate it, guys. And it will help too, especially we've had a couple people even in our group or geometry that have been sick, and like every little bit we can do to help, it can, yeah. Hopefully we can end this stuff one day.
Have we had the contact trace anybody yet?
In our group, no.
I think we special.
Yeah, but Miss Danielle handles it. So if you don't get like an email or your guardian doesn't get a text or call, then you're fine. So what happens is she'll email the teacher who has the person and say, hey, who sits with this person? And if it's less than 15 minutes and they were masked and helping each other or working on stuff, then I tell her that. If like people were like, for instance, like I have a pretty good memory, but if like I know like people in this class eat and they're at the same table, I'll just be like, oh, they were eating, yeah. Anyways, I digress. Michael's gonna do his problem, but we got it covered. Yeah, good question. Yeah, no, you got it. So drop your 1 down. Go ahead. You want to put it up here? You want to
Yeah.
move out of your way? I'm sorry.
No, you're
You
fine.
should just tell me to move.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, move out of the way.
Add down to 1, that becomes a -7. And then that becomes -6. Right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, I just have to make sure I'm doing this right as I'm going along. 'Cause I'm trying to relearn this.
Yeah, I'm comparing.
Okay, Okay, hold on, that's gonna be 42 boys. That's gonna be 8. 6, that's gonna be 6.
Actually got a positive 56. I think it's positive.
Yeah, it is positive 56. Forget that's there, guys. Okay, that's not there. Because I'm smart.
You want to put your variables in there, or do you want help with that part?
That one's gonna be do.
Yeah, but
Do.
you have to square it.
Do.
All right, very good. Very good.
I'm tired. Can I go to bed?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Well, I do want you guys to know that I made a mistake, but I didn't put an example like this on there. That's why we have to do the first one together on the worksheet.
Wait,
But
what?
does someone want to do number 5?
I'm so confused. What just happened?
On the back is what they do, number 1 is different.
We could try it out anyway. If you have a problem with it, then you can go over it.
You don't have to put the A's in the bottom of the unless it helps you.
All right, let's see if I can do number 1 benefit right away.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Perfect. Yeah, you got it. Who wants to put number 5 up there? Anybody?
I'll do it.
Maybe you can help guide someone through it. Who feels like I would really benefit from trying it, but I'm a little scared? Anybody? Would you want someone to guide you through it though? No? You're like, oh, all right, I'm ready to go." Now, if you want to do one, you're locked in it. You feel like you did it? I'm not feeling the third period motivation.
I am the third period motivation. I am just the living embodiment of motivation today.
Okay. Which means that we get home now.
Good. So the remainder you
let's
just
do
get
it.
over 8 plus 7. Good job. Very good.
Wait, so 8.
After the meat spaghetti.
8 of 18. Well, we can have long start doing it.
Cause we gotta watch the stove.
Why don't I just show you guys the one on the back? Would that be okay?
What?
I'm gonna show you the one on the back side. Or I could rewrite this one, but I'd rather just. Do you like, if you look through these problems, you see how like they all have like 3, a 2, no exponent.
Oh, this one is in.
You know, a 3, a 2, you know, they all like look very similar. But if you, can I flip this over? Gotta go to, okay. Look at this one. What's different about this one?
No, that.
It's not bad, but turn to the back, look at the first one. What's different about that one? Come on, you guys see it? It looks normal?
It doesn't, they're missing something. there.
It's missing something.
Missing a single variable.
Nobody sees what it's missing? I know it's a little tricky, but, oops. Oh,
I guess I'm just.
I think I got it done. I think that it's missing one. It's missing one B, but does it really matter because that one B is not there?
it is missing the V1. So when you set your problem up, you have to put a 0 in there. I know.
What?
I know, but it won't work out unless you put a 0. My hair's like sticking to me, but yeah. So if it's missing a variable, you have to put a 0. Everybody feel good with that? So
So for our final answer, is it gonna be it's gonna be the 0, the 5 over the 3 minus 9?
well, I'm not sure it is. Should we try it out? Should we do the first one together on the worksheet? Well, on the practice thingy?
I have it partially done.
Okay.
Continue on the zeros.
All right, let's flip over to the back. If you didn't flip over to the back, we're gonna drop the 1 down. What do you do first? Anybody want to try it?
Why does it have a positive 9? Negative 9? Yeah, maybe also.
Good call. Good call. I can definitely show you guys the long division way if you're really eager. Like, I was like, no, I'm good. I used to only show long division, and then Josie told me about synthetic, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I get you. So maybe we don't do long division. I'm okay with this. Yeah, so maybe a couple of you might want to try it out. I don't think it's too bad, but this is way easier, trust me. So 1 times 9 is 9. If these cancel, can I still keep like going with it? Can I still?
-9 divided by 9 is 1.
Oh, are we doing division or addition? Subtraction stuff. You're adding. Yeah. You're all right. You're okay. You're good. You're gonna add down the columns just like you would when you first start adding, but you're gonna multiply 9 times 0. Multiply across and add or subtract up and down. I'm glad you said that. It's really creepy. Okay, 9 times 0 is weird, very weird.
-0.
-0, no such thing.
Actually, there is.
Is there?
In a alternate universe, there is something
Wow.
called a -0.
Oh,
But we don't talk about
Mac,
those.
you're really creeping me out.
Mac, what the hell?
I'm just gonna ignore it and just keep going with it.
I love it.
I'm very freaked out. Okay,
Yeah, face though.
I'm just gonna keep going through this problem here.
Rare.
What is it?
What was there something in your lunchtime?
There's
Drink.
something happening, bro.
Very
I think there's something
interesting.
that
Very.
happened, bro. Like, damn.
I'm gonna ask. I'm just very creeped out. It's very creepy.
Cat lady.
Why are you being so weird? Okay, British.
Okay.
I don't know what was in her coffee, but
Sorry, I got possessed.
Just casually just states, I got possessed.
I had Tourette's. I actually-
guess I'll be recording this video later.
I mean, you can at least post this to YouTube.
Honestly, I'm just posting whatever and then I'm redoing them next term and I'm just doing them on Fridays. Cause I figured like, at first I liked the questions people asked in them, but sometimes like I'll be like, work on these problems and 20 minutes later, I forget that the video is still running. So it's like, does someone really want to listen to 20 minutes of just us working on problems? Probably not.
No.
This has a lot of zeros in it though, so when you write the final answer, what's gonna go with the 1? Yep, so 1 less than whatever this is.
My noggin itches.
Okay.
It was the possession.
What's possession?
Good job, Ivy. Thanks for staying on track today. Okay, so the 0 is a constant. So technically you could just write your answer like this with the remainder over v minus 9. I think, Ashlyn, did you ask if you had to write the zeros? Did someone ask about the zeros already? So you don't have to write them if you don't. Yeah, so like if you get an answer with zeros in it, you could just write your final answer 1v squared and the remainder is 5 over v minus 9. I would take either of those answers. They're both just fine.
Yeah, cool.
All right, how about you guys practice a few of these on your own? I'm gonna have you guys do, I know like I finished that first worksheet first, okay? And then did everybody else, I know Ashley's gonna help Michael with his first worksheet. Is anybody else needing more time on the first worksheet? Let's start there.
I need more.
I don't like being touched, okay?
Oh, God.
Thanks for asking though. I'm not
Hey,
like,
that was your twin.
I don't like being touched, especially by students.